Yeah, pretty much. All right, Reaper, let's do this. All right, so right now, Overwatch is in kind of an odd state because there are 8 tanks in the game, and Overwatch balance team has decided, nah, fam, tanks are perfectly fine right now. We got no issues with tanks. So we're gonna talk about how to duo queue as a tank lineup. And the first thing to note, tanks play in pairs. Every tank has 3 tanks that they pair well with, bad with, and a neutral one. And that's pretty much what we're going to cover, is what each tank's duo queues are like, because it'll be a quick way to advance up. Now, Zarya is pretty much considered to be the universal I pair well with other tanks, but that's not really true. So, Zarya's 3 good tanks that she pairs well with are Ball, Rein, and Diva. Maybe on Hog, and then her bad ones are Sigma, Orissa, and Winston. And this may seem like an odd choice. Okay, so Reaper, you're going to be picking each of the tanks now. So you're on Ball right now. Why they pair well together? Okay, so just go swing in like you're going. Is that you can, when you have like a Ball Zarya comp, you can just bubble your Ball to let him go to town. All right, come back. Switch. Go to Diva or Rein. So for Rein, there are 2 main reasons why they pair together. 1, charge. Again, you have the same thing. You can bubble your Rein in order to protect him, in order to let him go crazy and make dumb shit. And you can actually bubble him through his shield, believe it or not. Or pop your shield up. So this shield actually extends through his barrier. Which means, go ahead, hold your barrier up. Which means, if I'm another Zarya player and I'm using a beam weapon and trying to shoot like this, because that normally goes through Rein's shield, I'm damaging you. In addition, area of effect things, like this right here, this will just give you free charge. So Rein's another good one. Okay, come back. Go to Diva. And Diva's in the same boat as Ball, but Diva has the added benefit of when she, like, thrusters up into the air to flank, like, say, Windows or Hanzos or something like that, you just bubble her mid-flight. So that... Go. Up. So that, as long as she's in range there, she's not getting picked off ahead of time. And that lets her save her Matrix cooldown, so that she doesn't have to burn that until after Zarya's cooldown. Now, Hog is the questionable pick. I'm just gonna shoot my L2 every time. So, Hog is the questionable pick. Now, most tank players know that Hog, that's a horrible skin, by the way, just saying. Hog has his heal, which reduces the damage he takes by 50% when he does it. You can go ahead and do it. It makes it very difficult on a gut reaction to absorb charge, because there are certain cases where Hog is actually more beneficial absorbing damage than he is healing. So using the damage reduction on your heal as Hog and letting your support heal you is better than just straight up healing yourself. So Zarya kinda has to work around that. In addition, unless Hog is on point with his hooks, this is a relatively close range damage comp. Like, our damage is very close range. Look. Outside of my alternate fire and your alternate fire, we're not doing a lot of damage at long range. This is not a sniper comp by any means necessary. So unless you're pulling it in close range, and it's like, you hook them, I beam them, it is not a very good 1-2 combo. Where you will get value out of Hog Zarya is that Hog is a big beefy target that can run up, take a lot of damage, let your supports heal them, and you can pocket the supports instead of pocketing the Hog. So instead of Hog, you bubble his support that's trying to heal him. Generally, the support's going to be the one that gets bullied. Alright, so now pick one of the other three. Alright? Sigma, Zarya, it's kind of odd. You would think it works. It works a lot low tier. It's not a good combo. So here's why all three, Winston, Orissa, and Sigma, kind of suck with Zarya. Okay? So, just pretend you're playing a normal frontline game. Okay, Reaper? Go, just, like, kill them. Pretend like you're playing tank. Go. Here's why it doesn't work. So, he's over there attacking. He's over there la-di-da-di-da. I'm a tank. Oh no! You're taking damage. I see you're taking damage. So, I go to bubble you, and as soon as I bubble you, shield comes up. Or cast comes up. And like that right there, you've negated bubble entirely. If your Sig and Zarya are not communicating on the bubble coordination, you are basically just wasting cooldown. Because now you have Sig wasting Sucky Suck and Zarya wasting bubble when they're gonna negate each other. Like, cause now Sigma has a longer cooldown on Sucky Suck than Zarya does on bubble. So that means that Zarya is getting the damage, but Sigma is not getting the armor. Which means Sigma is not healing or regenerating armor. And then when you throw shield, then you have the opposite effect of now Sigma gets his shield cooldown back faster than Zarya gets her bubble cooldown back. So now you have the situation of where now you have a Zarya that's wasted her ability, and the Sigma has a ability that realistically is actually better than Zarya's that could be used. Not to mention the fact that another reason why Sigma and Roadhog don't work, they can't combo ult. It's all crowd control based. Alright, so go to the next one. Okay. And then Orissa's the exact same situation, in that she's generally going to be sitting behind her shield, so you're not getting a lot, except when, like, oh, the barrier's down, and we need to bubble in order to retreat. That's, like, where you're going to get the value there. And even when shield is down, or if she's in front of her shield, for example, if she gets low, she's going to pop Fortify now. Because now Fortify's like, oh, I'm just not going to take damage now. And that critical headshot damage powers your bubble up faster. So by negating that, you're essentially like bubbling a diva with defense matrix. And there's no real point to that. Not to mention, Orissa is already a big target. She's very easy to hit. So just having, like Sigma, those two abilities that you can pretty much use at any time to block damage is kind of a bad thing. And again, where they lack synergy, her grab and my grab do the same thing. And they don't stack. It's just that my grab holds people, and her grab kind of doesn't. Alright, go to Winston. Winston... Monkey. Winston kind of suffers for one big reason. Reaper, how do you play Winston? Go show the folks at home how you play Winston. Go on. Yeah, I know, you gotta wait for the charge. That's right there. So when you dive in, Winston players tend to dive in, immediately drop shield. The problem is, the only time you really get the benefit of your bubble on a Winston is when his shield is down and he has to jump back. But if he has his jump back, you don't need to bubble him. He's already retreating. Unless he's like 1 HP and you're doing it to make sure he gets behind enemy lines. And if he's already blown bubble, your main shield is now gone. Remember, Winston Zarya, this is the only shield you have. Unless you have a Mei that's just going to sit there and throw Ice Wall up to cover him, there's no real point in running Winston Zarya, because it suffers from the same thing that the rest do. So that covers Zarya. She's just a terrible state right now. So that's like a Bull. Bull's arguably top 2 tank of the game. And the lineups that Ball works right, you know, we've already discussed that Ball works good with Zarya, so we're not going to talk about that. Let's talk about who else does Ball work well with. Well, Ball works well with Sigma, and Ball works well with Orissa. And this may seem like an interesting thing. You can pick either of those. Okay, Sigma. The reason why is because this is a very aggressive frontline duo. Push forward. Activating the barrier. So, you've got Sigma popping shield and constant DPS in order to press forward. So you're just constantly pressing forward and forward and forward and forward, little by little, on attack. And then you have Ball just out of nowhere coming in with his crowd control abilities to knock everybody around. So between Sigma's Rock and your abilities as Ball, you're in a situation where they have constant cooldowns to manage. I've got Pile Driver, I've got my Grapple Knockback, I've got, you know, I can Pile Driver into my ult, he's got Rock, he bounces damage around corners, I just round a corner and start shooting people. It's a good 1-2 combo for damage. The only downside is Ball has all the mobility and Sigma doesn't. When you look at why, wait, who's the other one? Orissa becomes a good combo is because of grabs. Because you can grab everybody together, and I can just come in, swing, pile drive, and you, off of grab, pile drive, and primary fire, you can combo about 200 damage. So if you can hit 2 squishies on that for 200 damage. Same thing, Orissa kind of counters Ball's playstyle, where Ball likes to be aggressive, he likes to be free-flowing, he likes to go in and do damage and get out. Orissa is the stay and take it type tank that gives everybody a safe spot back to retreat to. So, they have good opposite synergy. The rest of the tanks, not so much. And I think it's unfortunate how this only works with those 3 tanks right now. His maybe tank is actually Winston. Because they're both dive characters, which Winston can be more of the main, because Winston and Ball can dive together. Let's go. You go ahead and pop shield behind us to give us a place to retreat back to when we inevitably get weak and have to retreat. And it means that Ball does not have to waste his adaptive barrier now. He can save that for when he decides, oh, I'm just gonna go on a Mad Lad flank. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just over here harassing your back line. Oh, hey, I'm back. Yay, woo me. Yeah. But the downside then is now you're not protecting the rest of your team. For the rest of the tanks, it's kind of interesting. So let's go Ryan. Ryan and Ball have this awkward synergy of not being able to do anything. So Fire Strike's on cooldown. Shield's broken. What are your options left as Ryan? You charge or you swing. That's about it. Ball's kind of a similar thing. If I'm hit by crowd control, Junkrat Steel Trap, you know, Flashbang, Hack, well, what am I doing? Primary fire? I mean, this is not impressive. A full magazine with headshots to kill a training bot. That's not very impressive. So when we're put in a similar situation where we're both like, okay, we're both useless here. He doesn't have shield, he doesn't have fire strike, and I don't have anything but my primary fire. I'm now just a giant ball that walks around and goes hi. Now, yes, you can combo ult pretty well, you know, pop minefield, he pops scatter, you know, if they try and leave this, then they're gonna die. Yeah, that's a great combo. But is it worth using 2 ultimates for what's probably just going to be a triple kill, if you're lucky? And same thing, their crowd control can knock each other around, because Ryan goes to charge, and all of a sudden you just have a random wrecking ball that just bumps everyone out of Reinhardt's way. Well, now you've got 2 tanks that hate each other. So, it's an awkward synergy of where the main tank has too many weaknesses, and the dive tank has too many weaknesses. They just don't pair well. Hog is another bad situation for this. Hog and Diva are both bad. And the reason why is they're all 600 HP characters, with no way to really shield their team. Hog has to take damage and use his heal in order to regen. Use your heal. So I'm gonna sit here. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna use you as a shield while you're doing that. And Ball's like, oh yeah, I'm big, I'm chunky, I can take some hits and let my healer heal me, or I can heal myself. You got Diva's in a similar situation where Diva's like, oh yeah, I got defense matrix. Oh, my defense matrix ran out. Well, looks like I'm just gonna have to eat this damage now. And They don't really like tank. Now you can create space with Ball and Hog. It's a good 1-2 combo. But it's a good 1-2 combo only when Pile Driver and Hook are off cooldown. Here, let's test that out actually. So like hook him like right about here. Hook him to right about here. So oh yeah. So yeah, I kind of missed that, but yeah. So you hook him into me, and I pile driver him, and it's like, yeah, that's a nice burst combo of damage right there, especially with the fire. But in a similar vein to Orissa thing, it's like, well, should we necessarily be using the two abilities? Well, Orissa can at least main tank it. Hog just has to sit there and heal while I just, like, teabag behind him. I'm like, nope, please don't hit me. Please don't, look, he's fatter than me. He's fatter than me. Don't hit me. Don't hit me, I'm a ball. And then with Diva's main issue with Ball is they're both dive-based characters. But unlike Winston, who I can drop shield, I can protect us. Diva's method of protection is very simple. I'm going to thrust her in, I'm going to do some damage. Oh no, my defense matrix is gone. I'm going to thrust her out. And so, if we get flanked together, let's go up. You know, we're damaged, and then Diva thrusters out. And it's like, oh, well, gee, thanks. No, really. I guess I'm just gonna pop this adaptive barrier. Oh, wow, it's destroyed? Oh, no. It's a simple mode that Diva has the flexibility to get out around crowd control better than Ball does. When Ball doesn't have crowd control, he's dead. Like, when he gets hit by crowd control, he's just dead. So we've covered Winston. Well, how does Winston handle the other tanks? We know how Ball's Zarya work. So, how can you duo with Winston? Well, Sigma Winston is a surprisingly good combo. Because... Okay, that's just weird. Just giant googly eye. I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of this. This is retarded Reaper. I didn't save it. Fuck. Anyways, so when you look at how these two pair, okay, so go ahead and attack Sigma like you normally would. Yep. Da. So you have Sigma over here drawing all this attention, and nobody sees the monkey just leap in. I'm damaging. Look at me. I'm monkey. La-di-da-di-da. Drops barrier. Now Sigma's protected. So they have to come around the barrier if they want to damage Sigma. Monkey's still over here just taking it like pro porn star. Oh no! My shield's down. Let me just jump behind Sigma's barrier. It's a good kind of jump in, jump out combo as long as they're on mics. It's kind of similar to like Zarya Rhine, or I mean Zarya Sigma, where if they're on comms, they work better. So this is a maybe matchup. Now, the matchup I don't recommend.
Roadhog time.
This can work, you know, I'm kind of the main tank here, but the main issue is how they work together. They're both close range targets that nobody wants to get close to. Like, nobody wants to get close to a Winston and a Roadhog. They're just like, oh, yeah, he's dead. Wow. Hook equals dead. Every time. The main issue is that, similar to Diva Ball, Hog gets left alone. Hog can't do anything. Winston's like, nope, fuck this shit, I'm out. Bye, have fun. And Hog's just like, wait, well, what am I gonna do now? Well, guess I'll die. That and their ults don't really go well together. Thanks. Okay, so go Rhine, and then you'll go Orissa. So, another close range duo. This should work. Again, in theory. You know, here, let's go up. It's like, yeah, we're both just hitting the same targets, you know, everything's dying. This is great. They both have the same problem. I burn jump, I burn shield. Burns fire strike, he burns shield. What do we have left? Well, looks like we're just gonna sit here and take it. Oh no, you're out of range for my Tesla cannon. That's unfortunate. Oh, I don't have any cooldowns. Well, that's unfortunate. Guess I'll die. And ultimately, you're basically running two of the same tank. Winston's got slightly more mobility, Reinhardt's got better defense and better offense. So, like, that's the reason why I play Rein over Winston, even though they both play the same. Alright, so then we go Orissa. And the main reason why this matchup sucks is one thing. Ball and Orissa is the better comp. Orissa's gonna sit there and hide behind her shield most of the time. And what's Winston gonna do? Well, he's gonna dive around like a monkey, quite literally. He's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna do damage, I'm gonna do damage. And he's gonna drop his shield. And if both shields up like this, look whose shield get no value. And so now Orissa's shield, which is arguably the superior shield, gets no value unless she redeploys it. If she panic and redeploys it like that, well, guess what? Now you have no barrier. Winston's burned his barrier. It's on cooldown. Orissa, it's funny how you did that, the exact point I was trying to make before I even said anything. That's fucking hilarious. And you would think they're a good combo because, well, she's a... Oh my god, that is retarded. You look like an elementary school creation. That's just... Ugh. You would think that, like, okay, so then Orissa's gonna be the long range, like the sniper tank, and Winston's gonna be the close range brawly tank, until you realize who's gonna be stuck in the middle.
This will protect us.
The DPS and the supports. So you have a Winston by himself creating space, and an Orissa in the back just actually cowering behind a barrier. And there's all of the squishies that you're supposed to be protecting as a kind of stuck in between. Yeah, that's not a great combo. Yeah. Alright, so looking at Sigma's interaction with the remaining tanks. So Sigma, and you can either start on Diva or you can start on Rein. I don't care. Okay, so Diva and Sigma is a terrible combo. And it's a very common combo. And it's incredibly terrible. Because what Diva likes to do is, oh, I'm just gonna charge in and you know, get some kills and defense matrix out. And Sigma, in theory, should be able to work with that. He can lob her a shield. Fun fact. A Sigma shield up here means there is no Sigma shield down here. So the tank that has almost twice my health pool is getting a shield, and I'm left using Sucky Suck to protect the rest of my team on a 12-second cooldown. That's a great idea. Let's do this more often. Now, Rock and Micro Missile is a good kill confirm combo. Hey, Reaper. Micro Missiles. Training bot. Right training bot. That is a good evaporation combo right there. You know what else is a good evaporation combo? Micro Missiles and Fire Strike, Micro Missiles and Hog Hook, Micro Missiles and... literally Micro Missiles and anything else. If you have a ground-based Diva that's playing with your shield, well, that's great. Now the Diva gets no value out of Defense Matrix, which can potentially eat a lot more damage. Remember, she doesn't have a damage limit on her Defense Matrix. As long as she has Defense Matrix and she puts it up, she blocks any damage. Except beam damage. Sigma, on the other hand, I got 700 health. Other Diva ults, well, I'm fucked. Bye-bye shield. So, it just doesn't work if Diva's playing properly. Okay, so you can go for Orissa? That worked. So, Rein Sigma works great. That's probably the best double barrier right now, in my opinion. Because Rein can play the hybrid between dive and main. He can be main tank when Sigma shield, like when Sigma shield's broken, Rein can be that other shield. It's like, oh no, my shield broke. Oh, he's got his shield up. I'll just sit here and do some damage. And then his shield breaks. Oh no, his shield breaks. I know. I'll just sit here and hide behind this one. It's a great 1-2 comp because they can drop their shields at any time pretty much. They both have a good stun. Rein's stun is significantly more lethal. And Sigma's stun is significantly more accurate. They both have decent range because he's got Fire Strike. and I've got these little bouncing balls, and then the Reinhardt just randomly dies out of nowhere. And you're wondering what happened. Well, that's Reinhardt's head nutshell. Wait, and there he goes again. Wild Reinhardt in his natural habitat. The spawn room. They don't really have a lot of good synergy outside their shield play, but it works like a charm. Alright, so then you go Orissa. And then this is the other combo that you're going to see, is the Orissa-Ryan combo, where Ryan and Sigma alternate shields. The difference is you can create kind of a super barrier between these two. Like, Reaper, drop shield.
For your safety, please move behind.
Now, if there's a Pharah, I just go like this. What's gonna shoot through this? I basically created a cone in front of us. They have to flank us. If they flank, I got rock, and you've got grab. We can just sit here, and anybody that tries to flank our little shield comp dies. And then, when our shields run out, you've got Fortify, and I've got Sucky Suck. And we just negate all the damage. Now, the only downside is the ult energy is not great, because Sigma's ult is this crowd control ability, and Orissa's ult, I'm going to be out of range of Orissa's ult half the time. But hell, it's damage, you know? Damage is good. Last one is Hog. With Hog, you have an interesting dynamic in they kind of can work, but they're going to find themselves kind of like Hog and Winston repeating the same thing. You hook, I stun, you get no value. My shield is our main defense in this lineup too. If you're healing behind the shield, now that's healing ports aren't doing. Obviously our ports may not be healing, but you know. Same thing, my ult and your ult don't synergize well together. And my Sucky Suck doesn't do anything. Like, if you hook somebody in close while I'm trying to Sucky Suck, you've wasted both of our abilities because I'm not confirming damage off of it, and I'm not healing because they're not shooting me. So, basically, you've just hooked somebody in, especially if it's a Reaper. If you hook in a Reaper, and my Sucky Suck ends, I'm dead in that situation. So this is a good way to like piss off your other Sigma player and get them killed. So now we look at Hog, and there's only 3 matchups left. Yeah. There we go. So Hog and Ryan is a terrible combination because they are both close range. Look at how close range we are. You're swinging, and I'm just spamming. Now, you can close the distance with charge. And I'm like, nope, come back here. Nope. I'm gonna save this person from your charge. You shall not charge this training bot. He is mine. And you're like, wait, what? Why did you just stick a tracer with pulse bomb behind me? Are you stupid? Yes. Yes, I am. Hog is like right now just in a terrible spot, unfortunately, where he just doesn't work in any team comp for the most part, outside of Orissa. Wait, D.Va? Bye! Bye! That was retarded. You can change. Hello. D.Va Hog actually works though. And you might wonder why this works. They're both close range. They both seemingly do opposite things. D.Va likes to charge, Hog likes to hook. The difference is, they're both big bodies. And you're gonna have to dedicate 2 people to killing each of them. If you have 2 people dedicated to killing a D.Va, and 2 people dedicated to killing a Hog, who the fuck is killing the rest of your team? Think about it. They have 2 people left to kill the other 4 people on the team. Now, obviously, the smart solution would be for 4 people to shoot the D.Va, and then 4 people to shoot the Hog. But that's what D.Va has Defense Matrix for, that's what Hog has Heal for. As long as they're in good communication, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna sit in front of you and I'll heal, I'll take the damage. Okay, and now you're just gonna sit there and pop Defense Matrix so that I can hide behind. That's a great combo. Surprisingly, it is a great combo. Orissa. You gotta go to Orissa. And this matchup right here works incredibly well on Ilios. Outside of Ilios, this comp becomes terrible. Maybe Temple of Anubis. Temple of Anubis works good too. But everybody knows this comp, because generally what you'll do is the Orissa will grab above her shield, and the Hog will hook, pull the target in behind the shield, and they're dead. It is a very good 1-2 combo. Small problem with that. Literally any form of crowd control, or anybody missing that. Orissa mistimes the grab, you mistime the hook, another Orissa, another Hog, anything like that, say bye-bye to your whole plan. They're a good close long-range duo counter as well, but the downside to that lineup is that when Hog has to reload, Orissa has no close range protection, like watching her ass. When Orissa has to reload, Hog has absolutely no way of dealing damage outside of, oh, R2. Great job. I bet you do.
Justice will be done.
So, Reinhardt and Orissa is a pretty good comp. I would say this is his mediocre comp, though. Because if Orissa has her barrier up, there is no reason... There is no reason for Rein to have his barrier up like this. Or like this. Why are we double shielding? Now, you could use it as an extension like before with Sigma, but you can't place his shield like, up here. I have to sit here and hold it. And it's not quite covering, you know, the full top like Sigma's was.
Come out and face me.
Yeah, I know. It's creepy. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you. Fire Strike and Grab is a very good way to generate ult, but there are better combos for grabs. And you know, like Rein and Orissa kind of counter each other because Charge is countered by Fortify. But the way they work well in synergy is that you can pop Fortify, I can charge next to you, and they're going to have to choose who they use the crowd control on. Like, if Rein is charging and Orissa pops Fortify, if Ana's Sleep Dart misses, and Orissa accidentally nabs it instead and negates it with Fortify, that is a win-win right there. The other one's D.Va. The other one's D.Va. Good, D.Va? Yeah, D.Va. Remember, we're working our way left to right. So, D.Va and Rein, terrible combination. I hate D.Va Rein. Please stop running D.Va Rein. D.Va Rein, again, that's just not... They're both close-range characters. D.Va likes to dive in and get herself killed. Rein is completely useless. Again, when Fire Strike is down, and when Shield is down, Rein just sits here and is like, oh, I'm just gonna swing my hammer. That's great. That's great. And then when D.Va's like, oh, I'm out of defense matrix. Oh, I'm out of thrust. Well, guess I'll die. So they're like a match made in heaven, but that heaven is actually the spawn room. The last matchup is just Orissa and D.Va, and Orissa and D.Va is actually a decent combo because of the same reason that Orissa and Ball works. They play exactly the same style. That is just retarded. That is just... I know, I look terrifying in this. I know. This is probably the scariest outfit. Yeah, that's a sleep paralysis demon right there. But the main issue that I have, the only issue I think I have with this comp is that D.Va, Micro Missiles, and Orissa Grab is probably the least effective damage combo. You get more damage out of Sigma Rock, Rein Fire Strike. The only other like non-damage combo that does less damage would be like, say, a Hog Hook and the Orissa Grab, but that you're using that for the mobility control. But as a general tip, this is how you should be playing your line. I hope you found this informational. Thank you very much.